Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, and everybody on the West Coast. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. And everybody else in between this great, big, beautiful country of ours. How the hell are you doing? It's Monday. I wish it was hump day. Well, I wish every day was hump day. Could do some happy humping. Are you happy humping today? Maybe not. So what's new? What's up? What do you know? What do you say? It's weekend. It was a bad weekend for me. I'm going to tell you what. It was good and bad. The good part is I made some kick-ass chili. I mean, this shit is knock your socks off. It's freaking great. Okay? And the bad thing is, here's the thing. Where I live, is legal to bet football games. And I had been having some really, really great luck with that. I figured I like to play the video poker too in the casino part. So I put $250 in there. And 2 weeks later, I had it up to $941 from betting football. One of them was a big one. It was like $649. It was a multi-parlay that I won. And so what I usually do is I'll just bet 3 games, and there's a trick to it, folks, and I'll share it with you. But I bet 3 games, and I bet $5. $5, bet 3 games, you get them right, usually win like $30. So that's not too bad. And picking 3 games isn't like really, it is kind of hard. Especially on a goofy-ass weekend like this past weekend was crazy. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and keep the same picks, but I'll mix them all up. And I ended up losing 20 on video poker, and I bet $40 at, 5, and then 2 10s, 20, and then the other were all 5s, 4 5s. And damn, if I didn't lose every one of them. And the biggest one that really screwed me over was the Buffalo Bills. That was an insane game for somebody to be so crippled on an offense compared to the way they used to be. Buffalo Bills, they just fell through the floor. But anyway, that's football, and we ain't going to talk about that. Because I know a lot of you people aren't into football. So, but anyway, I had a bad, rough weekend. So, that's all right. I'll get it back. It takes a little bit of time, that's all. Oh, that's good. I just hope I don't start coughing and choking and shit like that. So what's going on in the Twitter world? All kind of stuff. Hey, oh yeah, I put that up. Well, let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Yep. I posted this morning. Want to remember what's in the infrastructure bill? Here's an acronym. B is for broadband. R is from rail. A is for airports. N is for non-gas vehicles. D is for developed mass transit. O is for our roads and bridges. N is no lead water pipes. And what that acronym spells is Brandon. And it's Let's Go Brandon. So, in your face, Republicans. They took your Brandon and they made an acronym to match everything that this infrastructure bill is going to do. And here's the thing that kills me about it. CNN the other day reported, and it made me so mad, I tweeted about it, that they said, and something like, and 3 Democrats in the headline, and 3 Democrats voted against it. Not saying one word, not one word about the 200 Republicans that didn't vote for it. 200 Republicans didn't vote for it. Now, here's the other thing I figured out, and a gentleman on here made me aware of this, It's like, I'm thinking, it ain't no big deal. These Republican people getting Republican governors and stuff like that. And the guy brought up as a really good point is, hey, they're the ones that certify the elections, right? Don't they certify the elections? I don't know. But if that's true, oh my gosh. I can't, that is really, 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 that bothers the hell out of me. Yeah, here it is. This headline sucks. CNN headline. These six House Democrats voted against the infrastructure bill. These 13 Republicans voted for it. What the hell does that sound like to you? And here you go. It's not a kid show, so here's my response. I was very upset. So if you got rugrats, crumb munchers running around, time to put them for a nap. They should be in school, most of them. If they're young, put them for a nap. But if they're, if they're home, kick their ass outside if it's nice, or Xbox, PlayStation. It's freaking cold here. That's why I'm doing this. Xbox, PlayStation, iPad with headphones. They don't need to be in here because I'll give you 10. Count to 10. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at this. I got shit everywhere. Stuff hanging out in my pockets. It's supposed to be nice. Get cleaned up, boy. What's wrong with you? So, anyway. Okay, you got kids out of here? Here's my response. Just don't say a fucking word about the 200 Republicans that didn't vote for it. Assholes. So that's what I said. It's enough to drive you crazy. Barry Weiss says, we got sick of complaining about how broken higher education is, so we decided to do something about it, announcing a new university dedicated to the fearless pursuit of truth. UAUSTIN.org. All right, so Megan McCain says, where can I write a check? Big deal. Daisy, the vaccinated snowflake, replied, the fearless pursuit of truth is code for, here's some crazy-ass shit I bet they'll believe. Yep. Amy says, liberal Catholics are the best people. Shell Mallory replied, no. How does this work? Sometimes I get confused by this. Okay. Shell Mallory replied, church or denomination isn't relevant to the discussion. Morals, sure, not beliefs. And then Amy says, liberal Catholics are the best people. Yeah, well, that's the other thing that really confused me. Like, I'm staying away from that. I'm staying away from that. No. I don't want to offend anybody. It's just, they're strict Catholics and they're liberal Catholics. It's just the way it is. So I'm going to leave it at that. See, sometimes you got to watch what you're doing. You'll get tripped up and say something. And like I said, I'm not going to say it again. This news service that I read this article on, I got whacked by YouTube with a warning. Next warning is a week off the air, and I'm not going to take that shit. So guess what? I'm not using that news service anymore. Because they said some misinformation. But I didn't take it as misinformation. I took it as, this is something, different. Could be true, right? I was just reporting directly from the news service, word for word. I wasn't putting my own opinions or anything in there, but it's still too late. So, okay, just prepared and stuffed ourselves with homemade tacos. Do you prefer soft or hard shell? And Shell Mallory says, I pan fry them. In Baja, the locals call them tacos. Dorado. They are crisp, not hard. I've had 50 years of practice making them. My kids and grandkids can make them too. Wow. So let's see. Local call them tacos Dorado. They are crisp, not hard. Huh. They're crisp, but they're not hard. How do you do that? Is that like toast? Crisp, but it's not really hard toast. Not unless you overdo a toast and get it too brown, and then it is like freaking hard, but are you a cat? Life's a Beach says, are you a cat person? Where are you at, CJ? Cat. I like dogs, but in my neck of the woods, you have to pick up after them. I'm not about to become a dog pooper pickup person. We do that. We have that too. And there was an old lady. I felt so bad. In the back of our property, there's an alley. A lot of places have them. And there's poor old lady. She's like 80 years old. Walks her little dog every day. She's carrying a damn... You've seen a Walmart bag, right? Carrying a damn Walmart bag with a scooper. So when her dog shits to pick it up. Well, I saw her coming by I have direct view from our dining room to the end of the property where this alley is. And I saw the dog stop. Like right in the middle of the alley, but it was on our grass, and at the very edge of the freaking alley. I don't care. And the dog poops, and she goes to bend over. I got up and I ran over to the door. I said, leave that shit alone. I said, look, you could bring your dog here every day and shit over there. I don't give a damn. I really don't. Because, and I told her, I says, look, the guy runs the grass. He cuts the grass. He'll run right over. That makes more fertilizer for the grass. So, here's a funny story. I had a dog. I got a dog. We decided we were going to get a dog. We had 2 cats. We decided we were going to get a dog. And my daughter was little. About 9 years old, about 9 or 9 years old, 10 years old. And we go to the Humane Society. And we're looking at these different dogs. Man, some of them don't look too good. But there was this one. It was a puppy. And it was like, yeah, this is a nice looking dog. It's it looked like a cross between maybe I don't even know. Cross between maybe a collie and German Shepherd, or German Shepherd and something else. But it was little. It was, and I didn't think there would be a problem. But the problem was that thing, after we got it home, 3 months later, it was a monster. It grew to be hip high. And I'm like, well, it didn't look that big in the cage. And that had been an ongoing laugh with our family for years, because every time we bring up her name, the dog's name was Katie. Katie, Katie. And she was a happy dog. I mean, she was way too happy. She would jump up on you, and if you weren't paying attention, she was so big, when she'd jump up on you, she would knock you down. And at that time, my wife's friend came from Saginaw, Michigan to visit. And they were sitting on a couch, and Debbie says, go get the, the dog so she can see it. I'm like, okay. So I went and I got as far as the dining room, and the dog heard them in the living room and made a dash, and I was at the other end of the chain. She pulled me down on the ground and dragged me into the living room. You want to talk about a riotous laugh from those people seeing me being dragged into the living room. It was so comical. It was ridiculous. And what made it worse is Katie jumped right up on this lady and is like licking the shit out of her face and stuff. I'm like, get off, get off, get off. And she's like, she's fighting it off. She's fighting the dog. She's like, that's okay, no, that's all right. It's like, she didn't want it. The dog did it anyway. So I had a hell of a time getting her away from, them. Back over the other way. The only bad part about it was I got one of them big giant. I'm supposed to be doing the news, right? Oh well. I got one of these big. It's Monday, so fuck it. I got one of these big giant spring coil things. You screw all the way down into the ground, like 2 feet, and no matter what dog it is, you just like. And then you put the chain on the end of it, and they can run around in like a big giant circle. And not go on anybody's property or anything else like that. Damn if that dog couldn't pull that out of the ground. What she would do, and she figured it out. I don't know how she figured it out. Because it had like a triangle, upside down triangle at the end. She would get the chain at the very end of one side and then walk around and pull and pull and pull. And she'd pull and she'd get like maybe 3 of those things up. Now, sometimes she didn't make it to the corner and pull around. Sometimes it wouldn't slide up and she'd go around trying to pull it. And then her chain would get up. Next thing you know, she's only got like a foot from the thing in the ground. Trying, and then you have to go out there and untangle and all that other shit. So, anyway. And the other thing was, too, is like every week to cut the grass, you have to go out and you have to... one shit is fine for fertilizer for the grass, but when you got like cow pie big ass shits everywhere in the yard, not cool. So I ended up having to clean all that up every week, and because at that time it was me doing it. I loved to do the property. And I got to be. So, what happened was, long story short, we ended up having to donate the dog so it could be trained to be a police dog, because that's what it actually turned out to be. Pretty much, part of it was German Shepherd and part of it was something else that was, and Katie. She ended up being a damn near wolf-like. And she could have been part wolf. Part German Shepherd, but boy, she would have made, excellent, police dog. We donated her to do that, to go to police dog training for that police. So I don't know where she's at now. She's probably dead. It's been freaking years, but yeah. Anyway, what's this? Is anyone else watching the Rittenhouse trial? That was 40 minutes ago. They took and she goes, they took a recess. Okay, so. Daisy the Vaccinated Snowflake. That's what she's on. She's on right now doing that. I don't know why I feel compelled to blurt out things. I feel like the world's shittiest news correspondent. Well, hey, you're there, you're doing it. You're doing it at home, that's okay. Sheila Darden retweeted. Amy Lynn. Wow, MAGA trolls are up early this morning. I always thought the sunlight burned their eyes. Oh my, what's going on with this? How are they getting these MAGA trolls? I rarely run into them. I don't know. Thousand Watt says, I imagine them in a windowless bomb shelter type room, huddled over keyboards. The sound, nothing but keys clicking and the occasional grunting noise. They shift their focus as the time zone changes. Exactly. Eric the Blue, not Eric the Red, said, I thought they only came out at night. Amy Lynn says, me too. And then all out of oh man, that's terrible. All out of bubblegum says the tinfoil hats reflect the sunlight. Amy Lynn says, oh my. Starts with M. Got lots of time now that they're fired for being unvaccinated. Amy Lynn goes, LOL. That is funny. That's unvaccinated. So she did a thing earlier this morning too. She said that where's it at? Damn it. Okay. Amy Lynn says, why is Josh Hawley so worried about masculinity? What is he so insecure about? And I made 2 tweets. The first one is because he's afraid of dropping the soap in prison. And the second one I did was he picked up his wife's Playgirl magazine and saw what a real penis looks like. So Josh Hawley must be saying things about being a man or being masculine. Being a tough guy. So I don't know. OP Serenashim Award. My name is Dennis. Missouri folks, please stay alert when driving. The deer. And we're having that around here too. So if you're riding around anywhere in deer country, it's mating season. So them bucks are chasing those, what do they call them? Doe? Yes. Yeah, great hunter, Chuck. The bucks are chasing the doe. And when they get that scent, does get that scent of a buck being around, they start running. Or the buck chases the doe. One of the two, so they run. And especially at dusk and early dawn. They'll run out and they'll run across the... I hit one time. Jeez. Luckily, if it would have hit more in the center of my vehicle, it would have come through the windshield. Oh, boy. It was a company car, though. So that wasn't too bad. I didn't have to pay for it. Okay, so be alert, Missouri folks. The deer are really active now and will be for the next week or so. I saw at least one dead deer in the area separating northbound and southbound lanes of Highway 141 in Jeffco this morning. Oliver got a second interview. Oh my God, guys, second interview on Friday. Go, Oliver. Patrizio Beagle Dad says, you got this. And we're doing all kind of Twitter stuff today. And ask me if I care. No, I don't care. No. Today's Monday. It's supposed to be Take It Easy Day. Uh-oh. Ron Shillman said, good morning from Greenville, North Carolina, where our son is checking out East Carolina University today. Mary Greger says, good morning, Ron. How exciting is this shit? What is going on? Let's just make a quick check. See if there's any freaking crazy news. When are they going to stop these behind closed door things with these meetings, these January 6th meetings and stuff? About who they decided they're going to send a subpoenas to. And where is Merrick Garland? Where is he? He's going to be like the Where's Waldo. Where is Merrick Garland at? Why isn't Bannon in jail yet? Why isn't Trump in jail yet? Why haven't charges been filed against Trump yet? What's going on in the Southern District of New York? I don't even have to look at the damn news. It's crazy. It's these people, they got to do something. What's this? What are they talking about now? New York City. No. Yeah. Oh, that's the thing, too. The United States opened up their borders for foreign people, international travelers, to return to the U.S. after pandemic ban. As long as you show you're vaccinated, you can come. CJ, I'm just, well, hey, whatever. You get. So. Oh, boy. France and Germany, okay, here's the Hill, 2 days ago. Quit saying okay. Okay. Oh, quit picking on me, man. Leave me alone. It's Monday. That's why. God. You would think, see, you can't hear it. It's all freaking up here. France and Germany seem to forget who's behind Russia's war on Ukraine. Oh, boy. Here, the views expressed by contributors are their own and not the view of the Hill. That's like saying, I wash my hands with this. They can bullshit you all they want. That coffee would be a lot better if there was caffeine in it. I've had to quit that caffeine and chocolate and all that other shit because tachycardia. The good thing is I haven't had a knock on wood, I haven't had a attack in over a month. But I'm wondering if I could sneak back in with the maybe coffee once in a while. I don't know. After witnessing nearly 8 years of the Kremlin's war on Ukraine, one would think the international community would be clear-eyed about what kind of war is being waged on the Donbas region and who is responsible for it. France and Germany's recent strange attempts at whataboutism, spurred by a Ukrainian drone strike last week, unfairly let Moscow off the hook for the conflict it keeps alive and kicking. For years now, the Kremlin has been waging a hybrid war against the United States and its partners, ranging from election interference and assassinating dissidents living in the West to fueling secessionist movements and the recent energy crisis in Europe. Russia's war on Ukraine is the spear point of this campaign, and Washington's efforts to counteract Moscow will be seriously weakened if its partners aren't on the same page. On October 26, Russian-backed fighters used artillery fire on Ukrainian military positions near Rentny, one of the many violations of the Minsk II ceasefire, killing one soldier and wounding another. In accordance with protocol established by the peace process, Ukrainian forces used diplomatic channels to call for a ceasefire. When the guns continued to barrage Kiev's forces, Ukraine deployed a recently purchased Turkish-made Bayraker unmanned aerial combat vehicle on the Ukrainian side of the front lines, launching a drone strike on one of the military positions. It worked, and the shelling ended with no further casualties. The Ukrainian forces quickly posted footage of the attack on Facebook and explained the operation. France condemned the drone strike, saying it was concerned by the Bayrak's deployment and by the increasingly frequent use of heavy weaponry in violation of ceasefire. Germany criticized that all sides are using drones, which, according to the Minsk agreement, is reserved for the OSCE alone. Germany also cited the 214 Minsk Memorandum, in which all sides agree not to use foreign drones. Okay, that's 30 seconds of that. Boy, that's left. And if you want to read that story, it's from the Hill. France and Germany seem to forget who's behind Russia's war on Ukraine. It's Russia. So anyway, I had a good day. Did you? Yeah, we had a lot of Twitter news today. A lot of me bullshitting too. So anyway, you guys be careful, be safe. I got to play the music and get the hell out of here, right? Oh boy. Okay, so let me play the music for these people. And then I'm going to say goodbye to you, okay? Don't forget to shut these people off. All right, I won't. All right, you guys have a good day. Be careful. Don't get that Rona, okay? So, all right, let's see. You guys be careful. Don't get that Rona.